What's going on, guys? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be reacting to does Rowan Atkinson want Mr. Bean to come back on the Graham Norton show? Now, Rowan Atkinson, guys, very decorated actor. I've actually been reacting to a couple of Mr. Beast, I said Mr. Beast, Mr. Bean episodes over on my Patreon. It's the first link in description if you would like to check them out, but obviously he's been in Blackadder as well, which he killed that. There's so many good episodes in Blackadder, and in fact I thought almost all of the seasons were good. They're set in different ages, obviously, so they each have their own pros and cons, but he's just such a great actor. And the way in Mr. Bean that he's able to use his like mannerisms and lack of any dialogue is quite fascinating, because there's not I actually can't name a show that doesn't have any language or dialogue like that. So big shout out to Mr. Bean. He's also been in Love Actually, in the shopping mall, which is a great scene. So let's see what he says about Mr. Bean coming back. Here we go, guys.
What about Mr. Bean now? Have you drawn a line under him? No more Mr. Bean?
I doubt that he will reappear, but you never know. You must never.
The people have spoken.
Yeah, quite. But you know, you must never say never again. A film, as Jeff mentioned, that I was in. So you must never say never. But there does come a point when you feel as though you've done most of what you want to do with him. So.
And because it's not based on language, because it's so physical, Mr. Bean, presumably it's popular everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It has what we might call a global outreach.
So, are holidays a misery? Can you go anywhere?
Well, yeah, I can't go to many places where you're not recognised. And it's the thing I find most tricky is when people don't recognise you particularly, but half recognise you. You know, it's that strange thing where they go. And of course that means they stare. They stare a lot, and they just look. You're sort of feeling, I wish that person wouldn't stare at me. So, I'd rather just, hold up a flag saying yes, yes, it's me. A few years ago, there was I was in a Land Rover parts department near Peterborough, the kind of place you find me on most Saturdays. And we're waiting for car parts. And car parts, guys hang around a lot because, to get a part, the guy has to go half a mile to the back of the warehouse and then come back again, and he brings it back. And he says, this is a left-hand one. Oh, you wanted a right-hand one? Sorry, I'll go. He goes, and it takes forever. Anyway, I was standing around with a group of guys, and I could see this guy doing that. And he came up to me after a while, and he said, "Excuse me, has anyone ever told you that you're the absolute spitting image of that Mr. Bean?" I said, "Well, actually, I am the actor who plays Mr. Bean." And he said,
Like, even when he's telling stories or just talking normally, it's still funny. This guy is just so funny, like, on his own. He doesn't even need to try. So when he is trying. And then also, if you look at Blackadder and Mr. Bean, I'm saying those because those are the two shows that I've seen of his that are quite popular. But if you look at them side by side, they're opposites in so many ways. Like, Blackadder is all about his dialogue, making fun of Baldrick, and basically what insult he can come up with next is just a constant flow of insults and words. And then Mr. Bean is just his face doing crazy things. Like, he really has mastered all types of acting, the physical, nonverbal, and of course speaking. Like, it's amazing. This guy is I can't, there's not many people who are as talented as he is.
I bet you wish you were. And there followed this bizarre conversation in which the more I tried to claim that I was the person whom he thought I merely resembled, the less he believed me. But what was funny was how close he thought I was to he said the resemblance is uncanny. Have you ever thought of doing any, you know, look-alike work, like, you know, stag nights and hen nights? You know, you could go along as Mr. Bean. And I said, no, I haven't. He said, because you can make an absolute fortune. And I could tell after a while I had to bring the conversation to a close because clearly not only was he not believing me, but he was getting quite annoyed, you know, that I was pursuing this line of I am Rowan Atkinson and clearly he thought I was this total arse. Just because I happen to look a bit like a Mr. Bean, goes around the country actually claiming to be Mr. Bean. You know, what a twat.
Oh my god. We'll have to do this, guys. I actually have just finished Dairy Girls this past week. So, new show is incoming. We do a new show poll when a show finishes. So, the community gets to pick what show we watch next. But that is quite timely there. Dairy Girls, what a great show. I thought the final episode for that was fantastic, the way they closed things out. But yeah, big shout out to the Graham Norton show as always. Make sure you guys go show some love. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, it doesn't sound like Mr. Bean is coming back, but it was good to hear from Rowan Atkinson and listen to his story. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, hit subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.